The Lord said, let there be light. It's fitting we have two Catholic schools in here tonight. Right. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to 302 Sports Weekly. Once again, my name is Pat Garianis. Along me, as always, is the man with the plan, Nick Allison Jr. How you doing right now?
I'm doing great, Pat. Real good. How are you doing?
Doing well, man. We got ourselves a packed house tonight, and it's going to be a great show, so make sure you stick around and catch everything that's going on. Once again, just a reminder, each week we're going to be handing out some 302 Sports promotional products, and we'll be giving away one lucky 302 Sports fan a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. All you have to do is let your waiter or waitress know that you're here to see the show. So that's a big thing, man. I want you guys to get down here. It's a packed house. Last week, I know people got denied from here because it's so packed, so get down here early.
Yeah, Pat, and as usual, we are joined by Jason Winchell and Benny Mitchell. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Nick. It's good to be back here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Awesome trip back up again. Good to see the length of the state every week. Glad to be here.
That's it. That's the man from the South right there, man.
Downstate Benny.
But anyway, we got ourselves a great show lined up. We got some video recaps from all of your games that you saw last week here on 302 Sports. And as always, we got some special guests coming to you. We have some really special guests tonight. In fact, our Fox Game of the Week this week, we have coach of one of the teams, Coach Bill DiNardo, and a couple players joining him from the number 4 ranked Salesianum Sales football team in preparation for their big-time matchup with the number 1 team in the state, Middletown Cavaliers. And also we have Coach Joey Wright and a couple of players on the number 10 ranked St. Mark's Spartans team from Division II in lieu of their big game coming up this weekend as well. It's a Holy War type interview show, but it's not for the Holy War game.
No, and that's the thing. We got Sally's, we got St. Mark's, and I don't know where they're sitting or if they're sitting next to each other or what, but we'll have to figure that out.
Sports Game of the Week, and it was supposed to be a big one. It was supposed to be a big one. Number 3 in Division I, taking on number 7 in Division II. The Seahawks came into this one banged up. Karana Lean didn't play in that one. And as you're about to see it kind of played a big part in the game. We're going to roll the tape right now. So, it starts early and often for the Autzen Silver Eagles. As you can see here, right away, opening kickoff, Cameron Thomas. Look at the Jets right there. Boy, oh boy. Remember that? Cameron, right? If you don't know that one, the Dipset anthem, Cameron. We're going to be calling him Cameron for the rest of the night. As you can see him tiptoeing down the sidelines. Nobody's going to catch him. That's a touchdown. Ooh. But wait, hold everything. Dirty laundry on the field. This one gets called back, and it is going to be null and void, all right? First play of the game. Very next play, they're going to piss it out. This one's going to Bobby Arnold. He goes around the wing, hits the R1 joystick there, makes a man miss down the sideline, rumbling, stumbling, making another man miss, all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. No way it can happen 2 plays in a row, right? Wrong. Another penalty on the play. But don't worry, later on in the first quarter, it's at Arnold again, all the way to the distance, finally putting the score on the board. It's 7-0. Later in the game, it's again Arnold. There's 11:47 left in the second quarter, making a couple of people miss, going into the end zone. Now some trickeration. The double pass right here. Are you kidding me? It ends up in the hands of, I believe that was, once again, our boy, Cameron Thomas, the Dipset anthem. This one, DMA getting an answer, though. Zach McCloskey with a diving effort, 28-7, Silver Eagles on top at the half. Going into the second half, and it was more. Look at CJ right here. CJ Henry doing the best Mike Vick impersonation into the end zone. Tutty right there for the Silver Eagles, and it was all them from the end till the end of this game. As you can see, Daniel Douglas to the distance on a wide receiver screen. All Hodson Votek in this one. And then to finish it, the rich continue to get richer. Joshua Ames up the gut, the freshman, all the way to the house. Look at the speed on it. He keeps running like Forrest Gump. And that will do it. It was all Silver Eagles in this one. 48-7, your final in this, or 47-7, your final in this one.
Yeah, Pat, you could see it in their eyes when they had him on the show last week. We could see over there, they were about to head in and play a real good game, and that's what they did. And they had 3 touchdowns called back in the first quarter.
That's it, man. Anchored down, Autzen Silver Eagles really put it to DMA, and just to talk about this game a little bit, I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it, but big moment. I mean, 3 TDs called back. How much does that hurt a team?
Yeah, normally it does hurt. You get the touchdown called back, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to not score. So to have 3 touchdowns called back and still put up 47 points just tells you how potent that offense is when it's hitting on all tracks. In fact, they put up 26 points against Sussex Central. Sussex Central doesn't give up many points, so 26 against Sussex Central is a good number. It tells you how good that offensive Hodson is.
And I want to talk about this a little bit, right? DMA, you're starting to see the injury bug affect them, right? They got a couple big guys out, including Karan Aline. Are they on like? Should they be worried right now? Should we be keeping an eye on DMA? Are they going to be a team that maybe drops out of the playoff?
I think this week going against Archmere, they lose this week. They're going on life support. Their state tournament bid. Their state tournament will start in week 7. Milford, Woodbridge, same thing. These teams in D2 are beating each other up, and it's hard to get into a D2 tournament with 4 losses. Maybe this might be a year that happens, because there's going to be a lot of teams with 6-4 records.
Yeah, absolutely, and Hodson continuing to roll here. They look extremely impressive.
Like Jason said, that offense. When you can get 3 called back and still keep tacking on the points, and like he talked about Sussex Central. They scored 26 on Sussex Central week 1. Since then, the Golden Knights have let up 8 field goals.
Yeah, it's been impressive.
Yeah, so we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to head over to the soccer field. Some great matchups from this past week, so make sure you stay right here on 302 Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 19 and began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. We're going to head right into soccer here. And remember, we are live from the Buffalo Wild Wings Christiana location. And we had some great matchups this past weekend, including a nationally ranked game at the University of Delaware between Sally's and St. Benedict's, who was number 1 in the nation. And then also a great matchup between Archmere and Wilmington Charter. And we're going to get started with D2 first. We'll start with Archmere and Wilmington Charter. The recap from last week, these two teams meeting up against each other at Talon Energy Stadium as we get this one underway. Both teams struggled to get the offense going in this one. You're going to see an over-the-top ball here for Archmere as both teams trying to get things going early, weren't able to find it here's a through ball deep for Charter. Again, to no avail as that ball will be saved. And that was kind of the story of the game, as both teams trying to find that offensive rhythm. That one, great save on the other side. And this game would actually be 0-0 as we headed into the first half. And we'll fast forward to the second half now, where, I'm not going to lie to you, Pat, it kind of remained similar there. It was a 0-0 tough battle. From what I hear from people that were there, like Jason, they said Charter kind of had control in the second half, but just couldn't really get a goal net. As we see here, the shot saved. And Jay, we're going to take this one into OT.
Yeah, in overtime, golden goal wins it, Pat.
As we see this attempt for Charter, no cigar there either, as we head into overtime. And then we're going to fast forward to second overtime. You can listen to the call.
Looking for just an inch of space, chips it in, headed it off the post. Goal! Archmere scores! Oh, Will Schatzman on the rebound, and here come the Ox.
Golden goal! The golden goal!
Archmere does it to 1-0.
And you heard Mike Lang and Jason Winchell on the call. 2 overtimes, Jay. but we were able to come. Charter was able to come out. Archmere on top. How do you talk to us a little bit about that game, because it must have been a nail biter. 2 overtimes.
Yeah, it was. First of all, it was a fantastic game. I know a lot of people they think soccer is 0-0. It's got to be a boring game. This one was far from boring. Both teams had numerous chances in the first half. The ball either said a lot. But if you were there, it was a game of momentums. Archmere would control play for a 10-minute span, then one would Charter control the next 10 minutes. And Archmere would go 5 minutes, and then one would Charter. So it was one of those games where the momentum just kept on changing the whole night. And then finally in double overtime, Rosenbaum came up the field, shot the ball. The Charter defenseman tries to head it out of bounds. And unfortunately for him, it hits the crossbar and comes right, and Schatzman just one-timed it into the net. It's a great goal, and what a great atmosphere there at Talon Energy Stadium. It's great that they let the high school kids play there. It's really an excitement, and a big win for Archmere, beating a Division I team ranked second in the state, Wilmington Charter, giving Charter the first loss of the year.
And what a call by you guys. Let me tell you something. That call was almost as good as the headpiece my friend to my right is wearing here. It was top notch, man. Top notch.
Yeah, it was a great game. And now you can kind of say, Jay, that Archmere took over first place at the Diamond State Athletic Conference with that win. So they're in good position heading forward. Both teams 8-1. As we fast forward to some scores from last week, Pat. St. Mark's and Laurel. Number 5 St. Mark's 2, Laurel 2, and we got some other games upcoming this week. Number 6 in D1, Apo at number 1 in D2, Caravel. That game is set for tomorrow at 7:15. And then number 1 in Division 2, Caravel at number 2 in Division 1, Wilmington Charter on Tuesday. So Caravel with some tough matches coming up as well. Now we're going to head over to Division 1, Pat. We're going to talk about our nationally ranked matchup, St. Benedict's and Sally's, as they met up at the UD field. Yep, Stewart and Suzanne Grad Stadium on UD campus.
That's exactly right, and this was a good game. As we're getting ready for the video to get pulled up here, yeah, I mean, like you said, number 1 versus number 7. Jay, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
No, it doesn't, and what a atmosphere there on Sunday afternoon. Tons of crowd.
So we're ready to get this clip underway as we're going to start this one. Sally's and St. Benedict's live from University of Delaware. Both teams would have their opportunities in the first half, but neither could capitalize, as we're going to see some gameplay here. St. Benedict's and Sally's, that one headed out of bounds. Good defense, and Sally's coming off that tournament in Iowa where they ended up beating some really good teams, so trying to showcase that here. Now we're going to see St. Benedict's go to work. There's the give, Pat, and then here's the go, and that's going to be a goal for St. Benedict's. They get on the board 1-0.
Let me ask you this: is that where Mama keeps the Thin Mints?
She might when she doesn't want to hide them too well, but we might see where she really wants to keep them a little bit later.
A little foreshadowing, that's what I wanted to say.
So as we get going here, we're going to go in to the still later to go in the first half. Here's a shot aimed. What a save there by McGlosky there. That one might have been where Mama keeps the Thin Mints, but he wasn't going to let him. Oh my goodness, that was where Mama keep the Thin Mints.
That's where she kept the Thin Mints.
That was the one. That's where you keep the Thin Mints. 2-0 St. Benedict's. 2-0 over Sally's. This shot again, though, they're going to pour it on. 3-0 right there for St. Benedict's, as that one takes him low post to the left, unable to come up with the save that time. 3-0 Sally's in the first half. And it would go on to end that way, 3-0, as Sally's struggles. But again, Pat, number 1 team in the country in St. Benedict's Prep.
Yeah, and there was a foreign flavor specifically to the St. Benedict's Prep. A lot of players from, I believe, overseas that are playing for that team. That's where you usually see the soccer talent. What was it like to watch a number 1 team, in the country perform, Jay?
It was unbelievable, and if you listen to us, we were talking about how St. Benedict's Prep switches the field every time. They make the defense work. They make them run, and they're fast. They had kids that were faster than Usain Bolt, it seemed like. I mean, their team speed was just incredible, and I think that it was too much for the Sal's to handle, but it was a great game, and it's a good measuring stick for a team like Sal's to showcase that, hey, we can hang with these teams, top teams in the nation. We might not always win them, but we can hang with them and we can play with them. Unfortunately, I think St. Benedict's Prep had too much for them on Sunday, but it was a great showing by both teams, and a fun match to watch if you're a soccer fan.
Absolutely. So that'll wrap up that. Any other comments you got on this game?
No, like I said, it was just an outstanding game, and if you're a soccer fan, and we had a bunch of people watching, so it was good to see. And if you're a soccer fan, it's fun to watch. It's like watching pro soccer.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to transition from one football to the other one. Coming up next, we're going to have St. Mark's coming on with Coach Kook and Carter Bentham, Jelani Bryant, Victor Marcello. Coach Joey Wright is here, so we're going to keep it going. Coach Joey Wright will be joining those guys right after the break here on 302 Sports Weekly.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase...
And welcome back to 302 Sports. We are again live here from Buffalo Wild Wings. Stay in Christiana Road, their Christiana location. And now we are very pleased to be joined by the St. Mark's High School Spartan football team, Coach Kook, Carter Bentham, Jelani Bryant, and Victor Marcello. How you guys doing tonight? So what do you guys think of Buffalo Wild Wings? You like the setup? I mean, compared to you guys, some of you guys here last year we had a different setup here. And Jelani, Mike Lang's a really big fan. He wasn't able to be here today, but he just wanted me to tell you that he's a big fan, and you got to show up for him this weekend.
All right. Absolutely. So we got a big matchup this weekend. St. Mark's will be visiting number 4 Howard Saturday, 1 o'clock. You can catch that on 302 Sports right here. But before we dive into the game, man, I want to ask you guys specifically. Coach, you don't got to answer it. I know you might not want to, but Buffalo Wild Wings, man, you guys got a go-to menu item? I mean, for me, I like the Asian Zing personally, but I just didn't know if you guys got one that you like.
Well, I like the traditional wings, you know, all flats though. I can't have both parts of the wing. It has to be all flats, and I like them mild.
All right. You guys got anything back there?
I'm rocking with boneless.
Definitely traditional. Probably go honey barbecue, sweet barbecue.
Okay. All good choices right there. All good choices. So let's rock right into it. Coach, we'll start with you. You of course, came with Coach Wright from St. East and made the transition over to St. Mark's. What has the transition been like so far, and what are some of the positive things you've seen from these new group of young men you're coaching?
Some of the positive things is simply for us just to be back to where we graduated high school from. There's 4 guys on staff who were graduates of St. Mark's High School. 3 of us or 4 of us came together from St. Elizabeth's High School, and it's been nice to get back to our alma mater and be able to contribute and help bring the program back to what we were used to playing with when we were there. I can't say enough about this group of young men that we have. They work their tails off for us. Don't ask questions, they just do what we ask them to do. They have the greatest sense of pride in St. Mark's High School, and they're hard-working athletes. They're great academically, and it's been fun to coach these guys.
And this is for you, Coach Kook, and all of you guys as well. You guys had a great start to the season, 4-1, but there are no gimmies the rest of the way. You guys got a tough schedule to close out the season. What do you guys have to do to keep that momentum rolling and finish the season strong in the second half?
I think from a coaching standpoint, it's our jobs to make sure we're getting better every day. Drilling down the fundamentals, making sure we're coming up with good game plans to put our players in the best positions to be successful, and then staying on top of these guys to make sure that they're working hard each and every day that we have them at practice or watching film. I talk to these guys all the time defensively when we go out for practices. I ask you for 2 hours of solid concentration. Energy and effort is what you can control as the athlete. The rest of it is up to us to help guide you.
Anything that you guys?
Sir, I think we need to keep having good weeks of practices. Stay focused, stay as a team, and keep the chemistry going.
Absolutely, yeah, all good answers there. Coach, going into the game a little bit more, Howard's coming in, their number 4 team in the state according to our rankings this week. What makes them such a tough matchup for you guys?
Howard's traditionally a well-coached football team. Coach Ritter and his staff have been over there for a lot of years now. They do what they do well, and they've been doing it for a lot of years. I know they have some coaches that have come back on staff to help progress them to being as successful as they are. They're a very fundamentally sound football team. They're big, they're physical, and they're fast. They try to put their players in the best positions to be successful, and it's our job to make sure that we can control that from our end to hopefully get a victory on Saturday night.
And Jelani, this one for you. Last year, you guys came up with a 23-16 win over Howard. Can you take anything from last year's game and bring it into this year and with that same mindset?
I would say just staying as a team and making sure that we ride out those tough parts of the game, because if you watch that game, we had some lulls, and you have to be able to just overcome those lulls when you get into those lulls and bounce back and continue to work together as a team, because late in that game, that's where we feel like we're going to be our strongest, is late in that game and trying to fire on all cylinders. And I feel like we'll be able to, if we stay as a team, I feel like we'll be able to confidently come away with it.
And Victor, we'll throw you the same question. From last year's game and just seeing what you've seen maybe in film this week, for you, what kind of challenges present you from your position as a tight end, and what do you look forward to as your own personal goal in this game?
I think Howard's definitely going to, last year they played hard the whole game. They got a lot of talented football players. And I think for us to come out with the victory, we're definitely going to have to do our jobs.
Absolutely, yeah.
If we stick to the game plan the coach has set up, we should be successful.
Absolutely.
And Carter, anything for you?
I'd have to say the same. Stay as a team and do what we do best.
And now just another question in general. I know you guys had a good week of practice going into this game. If you could, Coach, have your team do one thing Friday night, if you want to see one thing out of them Friday night, what would that be?
Just give maximum effort. Pre-game speeches, they get told all the time, we give it all out on the field, let us carry you off if you have to. We give our maximum effort we follow through with what we're capable of doing, there's nothing more you can ask from a student athlete.
Absolutely. Fellas, best of luck to you this weekend, man.
Thank you.
Got a tough one coming up, man. Keep working hard rest of the week, and good luck to you. All right, good luck to you.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks once again. These guys, St. Mark's coming on. Once again, Saturday, Howard and St. Mark's. You can catch it right here on 302 Sports. We're going to go away for a quick break. When we come back, we got Coach Bill DiNardo and a couple people from Salesianum coming on to talk about their matchup against Middletown. Don't want to miss that. Stay right here.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
With one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus. Salesianum began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Salesianum began his...
This Friday night, once again, one of the best rivalries in the state of Delaware for football will be played, and it will be streamed here live on 302 Sports. It's Middletown, Salesianum. It doesn't get much better than that, and tonight we're lucky to be joined by Coach Bill DiNardo, Logan Bushweller, and Brandon Pacheco from Salesianum. How you guys doing tonight?
Very good, thanks.
That's awesome. And I'll throw you two the same question I threw the guys from St. Mark's. I know we don't like to talk about that school too much, but Buffalo Wild Wings, right? It's a pretty cool venue. Do you guys got a go-to menu item here?
Some boneless wings.
Yeah. Mild.
Boneless. That's our first boneless. All right, I like that.
Yeah, I'd have to go the same. Boneless, mild.
Oh, there we go.
All right, boneless mild. I mean, they don't like nipple on the spicy side. That's fine. I can deal with that. All right, Coach. Let's dive right into it. Right. You obviously have a pass in Middletown before you were at Salesianum. They've traditionally been a great program, tough players, the whole nine. What makes them such a tough opponent year in and year out?
Their toughness. They are a team that plays downhill football. They are going to come and get you offensively, defensively, special teams. They are very quick. They are very skilled, and they are used to winning. I mean, there's no doubt in their mind when they take the field, they're the best team.
And Coach, you guys have had a great start to the season. Your only loss has been out of state. How does playing these out-of-state games help prepare you for your in-state games?
It definitely gets us ready. When we play our out-of-state opponents, nothing against Delaware, but we are definitely challenged when we play them. It doesn't always look that way, but we're going against some of these teams. They are very big, they are very skilled, and they're just real good. And, it gets us ready for who we play in-state. We play the best teams in-state year in, year out, and the out-of-state schedule definitely gets us ready.
Logan, you've played in these matchups before, and in fact, you've been down to Middletown before, and that's a crazy atmosphere. Them cowbells get going, the fans are right up on you down in that field. Can you talk about, what it's like playing in that kind of atmosphere, and how do you as a player keep your focus? It's got to be tough.
Yeah, so it's a great atmosphere to play in. There's fans packed everywhere. They're right on our back, just as our fans are right behind us too as well. We just got to tune out all the distractions, especially cowbells and the talk we get walking off the bus. We just tune that out, stick to the game plan, just play tough. That's right.
And Brennan, anything from you?
Nah, not really. It starts when you get off the bus. If you get there, you tune everything out. You stay game ready.
Absolutely. Now, last week, Coach, you had a tough loss against an out-of-state team, one of the out-of-state teams, Episcopal Academy. What is the focus this week in practice in trying to rebound against such a tough opponent? Is there more,
We've had a couple of themes this year. One is that, that we live for today. We don't go in the past, even though obviously that past wasn't good. It was a learning experience for us, but we're living for today. So we're going to learn from what we did last week, right and wrong, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to worry about this week, this day. Also, this team has shown throughout the preseason, throughout the season, they get better every week. And I've been really proud of them and how well they improve every single week. You're going to see us at the start of the preseason, and you're going to see us now. It's just been a drastic improvement. And these guys just keep getting better every week.
And Coach, can you talk a little bit about the quarterback play with Dylan Mooney being pressed into the starting lineup with some injuries, and how successful you guys have been with him? And also, how does the ground game kind of help him out a little bit?
Mooney has done just an unbelievable job. I had a conversation with him, and 6 weeks ago he was our third-team quarterback. And I don't need to tell you at the high school level what a third-team quarterback means. He was pressed into action, and he has just absolutely been fantastic. He has led us. He has been our MVP. He has been a great leader for us, a great producer. He's done great stuff, and he's also played a lot of defense at the same time. We're going to go with Gabe Puzangara on Friday night, and he is back from a collarbone injury mid-season now, but he's ready to go, and we're real excited with what he can do. Our ground game has been fantastic. Our offensive line has gotten better every single week. You know, and the likes of Andrew Watkins and Jesse Wheatley and Liam Mara have just done a great job for us.
With Brendan and Logan, you guys being seniors and now leaders, which is a great honor at Salesianum. I mean, it's one of the top honors you can have in this state. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, filling that leadership role and how it's been maybe a challenge and how you've relished in that moment? And then also, senior year, to get a win against Middletown, what would that mean for you guys?
Getting a win against Middletown this year would be a very big thing for the state. You can ask anybody. Everyone's going to think Middletown's going to be a ball game. But we think with how we've been practicing and how we've been playing so far, we have a lot of momentum. Everybody from school, we all know if we all play together, if we all play our roles, if we play the entire game with intensity, and it'll be a whole different ball game than everybody expects.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what Brendan said, a win over Middletown would mean a lot for us. They're right now the number 1 team in the state, so obviously that's our goal, to be the number 1 team in the state. So whatever that would help us catapult us to that goal.
And Coach, and you guys can also answer this question. Last year, a tough 19-13 loss. What do you guys have to do differently from last year that you want to see this year, Coach, to maybe get a victory this time around?
We want to be able to do some things differently. We want to be able to play 4 quarters of great football. Last year we played a lot of really good football, but we made some big mistakes, and we gave up a special team score. We gave up a pick 6. And also, too, we gave up a score right at the end of the first half on the last play of the first half. So we want to be able to play every play and not. I don't think we took any plays off last year, but make sure we produce on every play.
And for you guys, what do you think? What do you see when you were watching film this week that you think could maybe change this year's outcome?
Yeah, I definitely think we need to be more consistent because we were going into the half with the lead and playing pretty well in the first half, especially defensively against a really tough Middletown offense. So this year we can be more consistent and stick to our game plan, play tough.
Absolutely. Hey, Coach, before we go, I just have to know this. Obviously, you work with a colleague of ours, Jason Winchell's brother. Which one has more football knowledge?
Not Mark.
There you go, Jay. Did you hear that? No, Jay's not. He's in the phone. He's buried in the phone. Anyway, I'll let him know. I'll pass the message along. There you have it. Friday night. It's the Fox Sports 1290 and 302 Sports Game of the Week. Salesianum in Middletown. Thanks once again to Coach
Thanks
DiNardo,
so much for having us.
you guys, Brendan and Logan. Thank you very much. So make sure to check it out. All right, we're going to break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the rest of the state as far as football is concerned right here on 302 Sports Weekly.
For sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowes, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Again, we are live from the Buffalo Wild Wings Christiana location. And before we go any further, Pat, I just want to say a special thanks to Coach DiNardo and Salesianum and Coach Coog at St. Mark's for joining us here on the show and talking to us about their upcoming matchups this week.
And absolutely, that's what the show's all about. That's what we're here for. We're here for the local athletes, the local coaches, give these guys a little bit of publicity and get the state of Delaware rolling. So anytime we can get some guests out here, we always enjoy it. I love that a lot.
And then we're going to fast forward here and start talking about some of these games that we talked with St. Mark's about. We'll start with that one, number 10 St. Mark's at number 4 Howard, Saturday at 1 o'clock. And that game will be streamed live right here on 302 Sports. So a very good Division II matchup. We just talked to St. Mark's. Now we're going to go ahead and look over to our experts over there, Jason Mitchell and Benny Mitchell. Thank you guys for coming back on. Hope you guys didn't get too full of wings over there or anything. Yeah, so let's start with you guys. So what do you guys think? St. Mark's, Howard, you just heard from the Spartans. What are your guys' mindsets heading into this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting game. St. Mark's, it starts a stretch of 5 games in a row against teams with winning record. This is going to determine their fate here. Starts on the road against a very tough Howard team. St. Mark's is going to have to limit its turnovers in this one. And if they can win the turnover margin, it's going to be a real close game, and it's going to be a nail-biter, I think.
I'm excited about Week 6 in general. There's so many good games going on this weekend.
It really is.
You know, the dust is going to clear a little bit after Saturday, and this is one of those games. St. Mark Howard is going to start telling us what 8 teams in Division II are going to be playing for that state title in December.
You know, and there's some players that, you know, from last year, these 2 teams that they really relied on that aren't there. St. Mark's, of course, Andrew Watkins crossing to the rival Salesianum. And then for Howard, Sean Bowman, the big tight end from last year that they really relied a lot on. How are these 2 teams really able to do that with 2 of their biggest pieces missing from last year?
Yeah, and St. Mark's lost the running back, but they have 5 great runners. He's running the ball well this year. Very balanced offensively. You know, their only hiccup was an overtime loss to a very good Archmere team, so they're playing really well. And same thing with Howard. I mean, Howard's only loss is to Hodson.
Yeah.
Hodson's beating everybody, so they have a Division I win over St. George's, so that's a big 6 points, like Benny says, come playoff time. So you know, these matchups are really big right now, and it's gonna, like I said, I think it's going to be the team that doesn't turn the ball over and can avoid the dumb penalties.
Well, you know, it's at all levels of football, professional, college, but more so in high school. It's the next man up.
Yeah,
you know, whether it's an injury during the season, whether it's a graduating senior, next man has to step up and carry the load.
Delmar proved that last year.
Absolutely.
3rd string quarterback. Salesian this year, 3rd string quarterback.
And St. Mark's won last year's meeting 23-16, so we'll have that going forward. So remember to tune in. Number 10 St. Mark's at number 4 Howard, Saturday at 1 o'clock. You can catch that right here on 302 Sports. And then another big game this week, number 7 DMA at number 9 Archmere. That game is set for 2 o'clock p.m. There could be a tournament spot on the line, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Both, DMA's coming in struggle, losing 2 straight. They got Archmere and St. Mark's in the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, this is one of those games. And then Archmere's 4-1. I mean, they're the surprise team. They got a win, over St. Mark's. They're looking real good. A win against a DMA team gives them also the lead in the conference, Diamond State Conference. And so it's a big game for both teams. It's homecoming at Archmere, and last year it was 14-12, a barn burner. So I expect another close game on Saturday.
Yeah, and like Benny said, the dust is going to start to clear. DMA could be a team in trouble. They're banged up right now. This could be a make or break a game for them. Before we move on to Division I, you see we got some friends, the Quakers, in the building tonight. Just wanted to shout them out. They got a big game coming up against St. East. Let's just talk real briefly about them.
Yeah.
It's a big game for them.
Another top 10 matchup, and St. Elizabeth and Friends are both climbing up the standings. So, I mean, Friends is up in the top 5. They looked really good last week against Wilmington Charter, putting up 63 points. Their offense is rolling right now. They travel to St. Elizabeth on homecoming night, Friday night at Bader Stadium. That's going to be a really great matchup if you're free Friday night and you want to get out and watch the game.
That's it.
That's a good game to go to.
Shout out to Quentin Maccabee and family for coming out, man. It's always good to see the support.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone else, come out too. Yep. Come on out and support.
Yeah, so let's move right along. Let's move into D1, our 302 Sports South Downstate game of the week. It's a good one, Benny. You picked a good one here. Number 2 Smyrna against number 5 Sussex Central. Friday night, 7 o'clock. Once again, seems to be like that high-powered offense against that immovable object in defense.
Absolutely. You're looking at Sussex Central. The last point scored on them was a field goal in the first quarter against Queen Anne in week 2. And don't underestimate the power of the castle either. This game's being played in Georgetown at Sussex Central. Yeah. It's a hard place to make a living. And the last time they were down there was when Sussex Central held Smyrna to 22. Had them beat had not Nolan Henderson threw the dagger in the left corner of the end zone. So it's a tough place to make a business. I was at Smyrna's practice today, high energy, talking to Coach Judy, and he expects just a phenomenal football game.
And Jay, Smyrna scored 50-plus points in both their conference wins. Can they keep that rolling against Sussex Central? We know how good their defense is.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup. Like Betty said, last time they went down to Sussex Central, they put up 22, and I believe 15 of them were in the fourth quarter. But they got their offense rolling the last couple of weeks against Cape Henlopen and Cesar Rodney. The question is, can they keep it up against a defense that's been stout? The only team that put up any points against them, significant points against them, was Hobson in the first game with 26. Smyrna's offense is similar to that, so the question is, can Smyrna put up 30? I think if they put up 30, they can walk away with the victory.
Yeah, exactly. If Smyrna can put 30 on the board, they win. But watching the last 2 games with Smyrna, Cesar Rodney and Kate, they were moving the ball between the 20s. They just weren't able to punch it in. Sussex Central's a different animal, that wing Kate offense. They move between the 20s. They're going to get in the red zone, and that's when they're dangerous. So, yeah, you talk about 2 contrasting teams, not just offense versus defense. It's high energy versus the drumbeat of Sussex Central. That wing T offense is taking it down the field and scoring on long drives.
And one thing to keep an eye on is the winner of this game, even though we're at mid-season, could have the inside track to Henlopen North. Is this game kind of like a preview of the Henlopen North Championship? Is this going to determine the winner of it?
It very well could. Now, Sussex Central stubbed their toe against Cesar Rodney last year up in Camden. They still have the Riders on the schedule. And Smyrna will still have Dover. Dover, another high-powered offense. But I think the winner of this, obviously, is the inside track. I think could roll to the end of the season and win the Henlopen North.
Now, Benny, we know you're doing the game, so I don't know if you want to give your picks or not, but we can go around and make some picks here. And I remember the last time Sussex was in a big game of the week matchup, Pat took him with the upset, and he was the only one right, and they ended up beating Dover, so we'll see what we can do here. Jay, what are you thinking for this one?
I think this is going to be a real close game. I think Smyrna's going to do it 31-23.
Even a score, too. I like that.
I'm sticking with what has gotten me here, all right? This is the year, I think, that Smyrna's dethroned. I I believe that's just that, and I'm going out on a limb on that. Sorry, Coach Judy, this is just my personal opinion. I think Sussex Central's defense, and again, controlling the clock with that offense, I think they get the job done. I'll go 27-22, because I know that they go for 2 a lot. 27-22.
Both teams have been missing their extra points in the last couple games, so that could be key.
Okay, with that being said, I'm going to go with Smyrna. I know last time I picked against Sussex Central, it got me, but I'm going to stay with Smyrna this time. I'm going to go 43. Woo! Yeah, 21.
Wow. That's way out on the limb. He's shaky right now.
I like to mix it up a little bit, you know?
There's Central splicing the video right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move right along. Let's talk about this last game that we're going to break down. It's the game of the week for 302 Sports and Fox Sports 1290. Salesianum visiting number 1 Middletown. Friday night, 7 p.m. It's been one of the great rivalries, Jay, within the past, since it seems like the beginning of time. What makes it so great?
Both teams are always in the state tournament hunt, so when they play, I mean, they're trying to, win and get that statement game in the regular season. It's been a competitive series. I believe they're tied 7-7 the last, bunch of years. Yeah, and then they're 1-1 in the state championship game, so they're even across the board. This year, Middletown has the speed.
Yeah.
Sally's has to find a way to control that. And what Middletown does with their passing game is they spread you out, and then they hit Smith up the middle, and he goes untouched a lot of times. So Sally's gonna have to prepare for that. And then on the offensive side, Sally's, if they can get that ground game going and stay in third and short all night, second and short, they don't have to rely on the pass and ball control to keep that Middletown offense off the field.
We remember Coach DiNardo up here saying that they're going back to the quarterback, a new quarterback that was hurt with a collarbone injury. Do you think that's going to have, for his first game back against a tough Middletown team, how do you think that's going to go?
Yeah, that's a tough first game back against a tough Middletown defense, but that's probably the game he was targeting to get back, and he'll be ready to play. Sally's is always ready down there. They're used to playing in that atmosphere, so I don't know if the atmosphere will get to them like it does some other teams, but that home field advantage is going to be key. But Sally's, I think he'll perform well. He just got to stay in the moment.
All right, we asked you guys online on Twitter, who's going to win this game? 103 votes were casted, and it comes out 66% believe the Cavaliers in Middletown are going to take down Salesianum. So let's have a little discussion of our own. Benny, what do you think here? Middletown Sally's traditional. I know you're the down south guy. What do you think?
Are they still back there?
I think Coach is still there.
Sally's is coming in as the unknown this year because there's no real common opponent.
Yeah.
2 out-of-state games. They're a little bit of a mystery. Middletown, we know who they are. They're high-powered. They're a little bit like Smyrna. They like to air it out. They can run it. I'm going with the Cavaliers.
Okay. All right, Jay, what say you?
I'm going to be sitting at home watching it on 302 Sports, eating my Betty Crocker brownies. I'm going Middletown 31, Salesianum 28.
With a second browser opened up to the Smyrna Sussex Central game.
You can't get enough football. Brownies, huh?
No, I'm a brownie fan, especially Betty Crocker ones.
Okay. What do you got, Nick? What say you?
Well, Pat, remember when we had them up here, they said it themselves. They said, no one's going to pick us to win this game. That's what they said when they were up here.
Yeah.
The Twitter poll reflected that. I'm going to roll with the Sal's, Pat. I'm going to go with Sal's in the upset here.
You know what? And I'm thinking the same thing, man. It must be the headbands.
The bandana. It's what's the headband.
The headbands giving this guy a little bit of thought, a little bit of sight. I think the Sal's come out in this game. I think their defense sticks it to Middletown. Something that I don't think Middletown has really seen yet this year. I think Sally's punches them in the mouth a little bit. They ground and pound. They get a quarterback back. I think Sal's taken down, and I think it's low scoring. Shocking. 21-17 is what I'll say. I know there ain't a lot of field goals, but Middletown does kick a field goal. 21-17, Sal's take this one.
I like it. We got 2 and 2. We have to put a little balance on. We got 2 and 2 over here.
Well, hey, only time will tell, right?
Yeah,
that's going
right.
to wrap up our coverage for high school sports here tonight. But You asked for it, and we're going to give it to you. We're going to talk about some local college sports, local college athletes, and local guys playing in the pros. No pros. You can check that out on the website. Just got that in the mail. So stay right here. We're going to go right through local colleges right after the break.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, 302 Sports Weekly. Let's wrap it up. Talk about some local colleges and local college athletes. Let's start with goalie Beacom. We're going to visit with the women's soccer team. Talk about a former Viking. Alana Speaks ended with 2 goals and an assist over 2 games last week. She had a goal and assist on Tuesday against Georgian Court and then scored again Saturday in his 4-1 win over Bloomfield. Speaks, again, she's in the national spotlight this year, 12th in the country, 10 goals and 25 points overall, 6th in team history already as a sophomore, 23 goals, and tied for 6th all-time.
Wow, that's very impressive, Pat. We're going to now head over to Wesley Volleyball. The Wesley Volleyball team fell in 2 matches on Saturday to foes Cabrini and Susquehanna in their tri-match. Micah Wright from Dover tallied 8 kills and added a blocked assist. Mary Getty, you may recognize her from AI DuPont, had 7 kills, while Lisa Hackendorn had 7 kills, and she's from St. E's, Pat. While Lindsay Berg from Conrad tallied 14 assists along with 13 digs.
Moving right along, let's talk a little bit of football here. Let's go check in on the number 6th ranked Wesley College football team. It was a tough one. They dropped the heartbreaker, 35-34 to number 8 Frostburg State, and about 2 top 10 NJAC teams. Alex Kemp, formerly of Caesar Rodney. Danny Mitchell probably knows a lot about that man. 3 touchdowns on the night, his longest of 80 yards. He ends up with 5 catches for 148 yards. And then Shamir Vessels of Woodbridge, we saw him really wreak havoc in the Blue Gold game a couple years ago. He's from Woodbridge. He tallied 8 stops in the game. And then Isaiah Mitchell of Middletown intercepted his first collegiate pass in the 3rd quarter. 51-yard return on that one, Nick.
Yeah, now over to Delaware State football as they went up against North Carolina A&T and the Aggies. They defeated Del State 34-6 in the MEAC loss for the Hornets. It was the Hornets' 2018 home opener. North Carolina A&T outgained them 356-248. Linebacker Brian Cavalcante led the Hornets with a game-high 12 tackles, 7 solo, while cornerback Kajon Selby from St. George's, 11 tackles and 3 pass breakups.
Let's talk about the Hens, man. You know a little bit about the Hens, right?
A little bit about
it. Let's talk a little Blue Hens football. They forced 6 turnovers to spark a 43-28 win over the University of Richmond, giving head coach Danny Rocco his 100th career victory. Senior Kanai Kane, formerly of Sussex Tech, rushed for 2 scores and 35 yards. Troy Reeder, the former Salesianum standout, led the team 12 tackles, 8 of them being solo. Nasir Adderley had 2 interceptions from the swarming defense, and not to mention Colby Reeder. He returned a fumble for a touchdown in the first quarter of this contest. Richmond, they scored twice in the 4th quarter, but interceptions won by Ray Jones, formerly of Hodson, in the final 10 minutes really helped seal the deal on that.
Now we're going to look at Liberty Field Hockey. The Liberty Flames are 4-1 in the Big East Conference and ranked number 19 in the NCAA in the country. Nikki Parsley Blocker is the head coach and a Milford High School grad and daughter of Milford wrestling coach Don Parsley. There are 3 Delaware natives currently on the roster: Sydney Buffone from Wilmington Christian, Darby Brennan from Milford, and Kira Short from Sussex Tech, and they're ranked 19 in the country, Pat.
It's impressive. Let's move right along. Salisbury field hockey. Some accolades coming for Tara Daddio, formerly of Caesar Rodney. She was named the CAC Field Hockey Offensive Player of the Week. Helped the Seagulls go to 2-0. She netted 5 goals, including a hat trick last week, and 6 points. So congratulations to her for getting that.
Absolutely. Now into St. Francis football as freshman running back Chris Cropper from Northeast Conference Rookie of the Week. 12 carries for a game-high 94 yards in the 59-3 victory. He busted through the line on a 4th and 1 and rolled 44 yards for a score. 1 of 4 rushing touchdowns on the day for the Red Flash. 4 of his runs either went for a first down, and he ran for a hefty 7.7 yards per carry.
And moving right along, Towson football redshirt junior wide receiver Shane Leatherbury, graduate of Delmar, was tabbed the New Day USA Male Athlete of the Week. He was impressive this week. He had 9 catches and 129 yards against Stony Brook, and then 8 of those catches were for 10-plus yards. This year, listen to this one, at least 5 catches and 77 yards in all 5 games of the year. And he's got 500 yards receiving. It's impressive.
You gotta like that. And now over to volleyball again. Towson volleyball this time. Emily Jerome, you know the name from Padua. She was selected as the New Day USA Female Student Athlete of the Week. She had a strong showing on the road this weekend, leading Towson to 2-0. She had 18 kills on 48 swings in the pair of league games.
That's it. Let's move right along. Athletes of the Week. Girls Athlete of the Week. Savannah Siemens, St. Mark's graduate, the junior. 49 kills and 38 digs in a pair of wins over DMA and St. Elizabeth. 27 kills and 21 digs. We're against that top 10 team in DMA.
And now for our boys player of the week. It's Cole Bauer, the senior from Archmere. He ran 15 times for 111 yards and 2 scores. His 42-yard touchdown run in the second half was the nail in the coffin for the win against Caravel. They won 41-20, Pat.
All right, that's exactly right. Now you know what time it is. It's time to wrap it up. So here we go. Our top 5 plays of the week coming right at you. Number 5. Watch this play by Emma McCloskey. A one-handed dive save for Salesianum. You can see the zone's infiltrated. Nice pass. Winds up. Boom. Get that mid out there. Get the mid out
nice
there and
save.
make the save, man. Impressive stuff from him.
Now number 4, we talked about him earlier. It's Bobby Arnold. Check out this run. He got 2 touchdowns called back. This one, no thank you. No one's even going to touch him as he burst through the line of scrimmage. Look at that speed, Pat. No one got a hand on him. Hodson would roll in this one. They come up with a big win over DMA.
Look at that man go. Bobby Arnold. I'm telling you. Number 3, Blake Anderson, 78-yard punt return from St. Mark's. Watch this one. Interesting camera angle. You got to love this. Feeling right in the moment here. Watch this. Number 1, he's taking this thing. And then coming through the mist, down the sideline for a touchdown, goes Anderson. The Spartans celebrating a big win in that one. Give me a low 5 on that one. Touchdown, St. Mark's.
Number 2, check out this one. James Collins. Check out, he's a receiver here. He's going to run a quick slant, a little slant and arrow. Go get the ball, son. What a catch. Goes up and gets it over Andrew Papitti from St. Mark's. Gets into the end zone. Kind of a reverse Malcolm Butler Super Bowl play. If only Ricardo Lockett would have done that.
Yeah, and look for Superfan. There's a Superfan involved in here somewhere.
Yeah, you got to find him.
But yeah, what an effort there, man. Tremendous play.
Go and get the ball.
Now your number 1 play. C.J. Henry to Elijah Lewis to Cameron Thomas. We'll call him Cameron. Oh, boy. Dip set. There's the double pass. Beautifully thrown. I mean,
Beautiful
you can't ask for a better throw. People are turning around. They don't know what's going on. And he's coming right at the camera. Touchdown, Hodson. It doesn't get much better than that. Hodson just rolls DMA. As you can see, one heck of an ending to that video.
Yeah, Hodson looked really good the other night. Really good. Put up 47 points. You saw some trick plays. Bobby Arnold back there. Hodson, they rolled.
Yeah, they look good. So there it is. That's the show for this week. Thank you all for joining in. Once again, thanks to St. Mark's and Salesianum football teams coming on. Coaches, players, we really appreciate you coming out. Thanks to everybody who came to watch the show here live at Buffalo Wild Wings here in Christiana. And thank you all for watching at home. All right, make sure to check out our live streams coming up this week, including our game of the week, Middletown versus Salesianum, and then St. Mark's and Howard this weekend. It's going to be a great week and weekend of sports here at 302 Sports Network.
Yes, sir, Pat. We'd like to give a special thanks to all our sponsors. Remember, you see their ads. Everything we do would not be possible without them. So if you're in the market for any of those products that you see, make sure you reach out to them and say you heard it on 302 Sports, and they'll hook you up. They're very professional, Pat.
That's it. So that's going to do it for us here. For Nick Alessandrini and the rest of the 302 Sports crew, I've been Patrick Arianes. You remember, stay classy out there, Delaware. See you next week.